right now, somewhere in India there's an enterprising kid, and somewhere in Kansas there's another kid, and there's a family losing their homes in Phoenix, and there are a few 100,000 other people who are going to be headed this direction in the next couple of decades, and there's probably not a lot we can do about it. But how we plan for these people, how we grow, how we create jobs, really would determine the future livability in this county. And we really have a couple of different choices. There's the old-fashioned way, we can do it that way, and that is to urban sprawl out over our farmlands, sacrifice some of our best fertile lands for agricultural production. We can deepen our reliance on the automobile, we can build more freeways that will quickly turn to gridlock. Or we can do it a different way, and that's why I'm running for the county commission. We can plan for this growth by creating urban town centers of higher density along public transit lines. We can create walkable, livable communities in the urban areas where people can bike or walk to work, and we can preserve the farmland and the natural resource land at the same time. We do have that choice, but we need to make the commitment, and that commitment is going to have to come from the grassroots and at the county level. I think you all know our platform that we're running this campaign on. It's to protect our foundation farmland. It's to revitalize communities and town centers. And it's to promote different new types of energy that are not hydrocarbon based. I run my ranch on solar 7 months out of the year. I know it works. I want to try to arrange group purchase discounting of solar panels in the county so that people can afford to put systems in. I want to look into property tax deferrals or credits for people who are installing renewable energy systems, whether it's solar or geothermal. But we need to make the commitment. The third part of our platform really is to improve public participation in the governmental process in the county. And this county, I think most of us realize, has had kind of a top-down approach. We know better approach, and it doesn't have a very good record of listening to input from its citizens, whether it's on the LNG issue, whether it's on the county fair issue, or a host of other issues. And I think that we can set up a system working with Dick Scouten and hopefully Greg Malinowski and I, and have a different approach where we really do listen to people's input. So that's why we're running this campaign. I think we've got a great shot at it. I'm passionate about a lot of other issues other than growth issues. Obviously, I feel very strongly about the liquid natural gas issue. I don't think the LNG terminals have any place in Oregon. I think they'll damage the Columbia estuary. I think they'll damage sport fishing industry out of Warrenton Ship Channel, and I think they'll damage or have a great potential to damage the Coast Range, whether it's on spawning fish-bearing streams or whether it's increasing the forest fire danger during the summer months. And the Coast Range is an inherently unstable soil area. We will have breaches, and you've all seen what can happen. It's happened in San Francisco. So I feel very passionately about that issue, and I don't think that LNG has any place in Oregon. We have a 90-year supply of natural gas domestically. I feel strongly that we need to have a stronger support for community health and public health programs, we need to have a stronger support for affordable housing in the county. We need to support the people who are losing some of their landowner property rights around the airport, and we need to look closely at that issue. There's a whole host of those sorts of people-related issues where the county just hasn't done a very good job of gauging public input and involving the public in the process. And I saw it firsthand in the urban rural reserve process that I worked on with the county and metro. Some of the other counties that were involved involved other interest and user groups in the advisory process. Washington County was primarily had their advisory committee set up as a string of urban mayors looking through an urban lens out on the ground they wanted to grow onto or expand onto. They could have done a lot better job and ended up with a lot less discord in the final decision if they would have involved some of those groups from the start. Some of the soils in Washington County are 20 to 40% Class 1 soils if you go on the USDA web soil survey, and we really have no business covering those soils up for urban sprawl. We can promote clean industry and renewable energy industry in the county. The whole Intel boom years, over 30 years, only consumed 2,200 acres in North Hillsborough. There's no reason that we need 13,500 acres placed into urban reserves for the foreseeable decades. It's really a prescription for urban sprawl, and we really need to prevent that.